Have you ever wondered the way that you can embody your best self? We all desire to have a life that is easeful, that is peaceful. We all desire to have our needs met. We all desire to express ourselves in our authenticity. We all desire to have relationships that feel meaningful and healthy, and we all desire to contribute to the world in some sort of meaningful way with appreciation for the way that we express our creativity and our gifts and talents. In this video, I will explore the concept of the inner compass method, or the way that you can help yourself achieve these things in your own life. Our emotions and our thoughts and our behaviors are the ways that we understand that we have a need or a boundary that needs to be expressed, not only internally, but in the external world. In past videos, I discussed that the inner compass is the aspect of ourself that is whole and complete, that can never be harmed, that has full access to the frontal lobe, is compassionate, collaborative, has adult perspective, is able to come up with creative solutions. So, how do we live and embody from our inner compass? If embodying the inner compass is how we ensure that we live a life that is more easeful and peaceful and guarantees that our needs will be met and respected and our boundaries respected, how do we embody that? The way to embody the inner compass is through the practice of mindfulness. And the practice of mindfulness is the process of slowing down and being the observer of what is happening, not only externally, but what is happening internally. So it's paying attention to what emotions, what thoughts, what belief systems arise in response to things that happen in the external world. Step one of the inner compass method is acknowledging that you have an emotion, a thought, or belief arise. Step two is getting curious. What is underneath that thought or emotion or that belief? What is the need or the boundary that it is trying to get you to advocate for? So how do we get curious? Well, we get curious by asking ourselves questions. Where does this stem from? What is this emotion trying to communicate? Why do I have this belief system? When did it first arise? What is it that I need or want? Where did I first experience the desire to engage in this behavior? And we just keep asking ourselves questions until we have the clarity that there is something underneath. And that process of getting curious is the main way that we connect into our inner compass. So just by recognizing that your thoughts, your emotions, your belief systems, your body sensations are a part of you that has a need or boundary that needs to be met, you are automatically beginning the process of stepping into and embodying your inner compass. I've also talked in past videos that you can cultivate that neural pathway to the frontal lobe by engaging in practices of loving kindness, the breath practice of regulating the body. So there are many ways to embody your inner compass. This is another way to do that. So how do you integrate these aspects of yourself that are coming up that are what I call roadblocks? So a roadblock is anything that creates disharmony inside you or creates a sense of suffering or pain. So these are oftentimes emotions, thoughts, belief systems that lead to behavior choices that cause you or others suffering. So the way to integrate that is to offer it compassion and reparenting, and to start by giving yourself what the need is. So for example, if something happens in the external world that leads you to feel like you are somehow not loved, you need to first give yourself that love. So you need to remind yourself that whatever is happening in the external world isn't a reflection of your ability to be loved or your worthiness of being loved, that you in and of itself are worthy of that love, that it's something in the other person that is not allowing them to show up for you and see that you are worthy of love. So It is a combination of their wounds coming to the surface and your wounds coming to the surface that is leading to this disharmony between you. So you want to begin by giving yourself that love. Then the next step is you want to advocate for that need in the external world. So for example, if you felt that your partner was criticizing you, you want to first attend to yourself and calm yourself down and love yourself so that you're not reacting from the emotion or the thought that says, my partner is bad and I should lash out and reciprocate criticism with criticism. Instead, you want to reciprocate with compassion and clarity by saying what your underlying need is. So you might say, for example, when you shared that you felt that when I did X, Y, and Z, I was somehow doing something wrong, that made me feel judged. It made me feel criticized. And that brought up for me feelings of not being loved by you. And I know that isn't your intention, that you probably felt something inside yourself. But I'm going to ask that you not use criticism when you're trying to express your need and not focus on my behavior, but instead let me know what you need. In this moment, I need connection from you, and I need to know that it is okay that I am the way I am. And then you might ask, what do you need? So you're beginning the process of expressing what came up for you. You're also beginning the process of being curious about why they did what they did. And this is how the inner compass method enables you to live a life of more peace. You begin the process of understanding yourself. You then engage in understanding the other person. You determine what your individual needs and boundaries are. And then you work together to try to ensure that both of your needs get met. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm sending you deep love and appreciation, and I want to reassure you that just because you have behaviors or emotions or thoughts that cause you to perhaps engage in self-harming behavior or harm to others, it doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means that you didn't learn how to engage in the world in a way that was more helpful. And so I just want you to know that wholeness exists inside you. You just need to reconnect to it. And so trust that you're on the right path. The fact that you found this video shows that you are indeed stepping forward into healing yourself. I call this process the hero's journey. Deep love and appreciation to you and the ways that you show your inner divinity.